Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. It's a last day of campaigning in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. After a hectic campaigning, how are the political parties poised in both the states, whether it is Tamil Nadu or West Bengal? We've seen multiple high points and low points as well throughout the campaign. And for West Bengal, it's a first phase of polling and the first phase of campaigning, which has ended. And for Tamil Nadu, the campaign has ended. It's a single phase in Tamil Nadu, but we'll try and discuss who has the advantage in both the states, whether it is Tamil Nadu or West Bengal. Joining me this evening is Charles Nandi, BJP spokesperson of West Bengal. Thank you so much, Charles, for joining. We have Shubhankar Bhattacharya, Trinamool Congress spokesperson. Thank you so much for joining. And we have Salin Dharnidharan, who is the national spokesperson of the DMK. And let me begin with Dharnidharan because Tamil Nadu is another state of high point where we've seen Prime Minister Modi, we've seen TVK, we've seen MK Stalin, we've also seen Mallikarjun Kharge campaigning. Who do you think, Dharnidharan, holds the advantage? If I may ask you honestly, who holds the edge for Tamil Nadu?
And DMK spokesperson will only say DMK has an edge. But that apart, I'm very confident that we will sweep this election and come back to power because there is no anti-incumbency in Tamil Nadu. I've traveled across the state and people are very, very appreciative of the schemes which my chief minister announced and implemented. If you look at the schemes that he has launched, some of them are serving as a role model, not just for states in India, but also across the world. For example, morning breakfast scheme, data driven, giving 1,000 rupees to women folks from government school joining college, increased GRE of GER rather, GER of girls joining universities, and Magli Urme Toge, 1,000 rupees per month, which is now being increased to 2 grand. So all these schemes are being reflected in the ground, and the institution in Tamil Nadu have been strengthened by which people are able to get their services from the government with ease. And this is going to bring us back to
Right.
power.
No, it's good to hear your optimism, Dharnidharan. But one thing which has been discussed and debated also consistently is the fact that why didn't Rahul Gandhi share stage with MK Stalin? Uh, is he annoyed? Is he infuriated? He doesn't seem to be happy with DMK for the kind of seat allotments which happened and the seat distribution which happened. It almost seems like all is not well between DMK and Stalin and especially Tamil and Rahul Gandhi. We did see Mallikarjun Kharge campaigning with Stalin, but what is the reason why Rahul Gandhi was staying away? Didn't MK Stalin call him and ask him as to why that was happening?
I think it always media has been trying to say there's a problem with the alliance. I think this whole story started 8 months back itself with the DMK's. Not everything is right with the DMK's alliance, and they said Congress is going to leave the DMK, and then they said ABC party is going to leave the DMK. But on the reality, none of the parties left the DMK alliance. In fact, only new parties have joined. After during 24, we had Makkal Neethi Mayam Kamal Hassan party joining us, and now another major party DMDK from ADMK, that is the NDA faction earlier, have joined us. And in fact, it's only the AADMK and BJP's alliance partners that have deserted them. In fact, even the parties that are now continuing to stay with the NDA, PMK is broken into two. Similarly, if I have to say, Sasikala is now started her own faction and fighting the election separately. She is going to eat into ADMK's vote. Similarly, Ramdas Senior is going to eat into PMK's vote. It's a major vote bank for the NDA. So that way, it's only media is creating an illusion or trying to
No,
create
but
an illusion that all is
the
well in the
number of
DMK, which is not
people.
true. But I'll answer your question. I'm coming there.
Oh, that's good.
So
No, allow me to ask a question. It's many people from Congress who were not given seats, who were not given tickets. They have come out and open in saying that there was a lot of wrangling for the tickets, which is why many people did not get the ticket, and they are the ones who are spilling the beans that all is not well between Rahul Gandhi and DMK.
see, there are 234 constituencies in Tamil Nadu, and my party is fighting about 170 odd. There are about 1 crore members in the DMK party, so we can't give tickets to everyone. Every constituency, we had more than 50,
No,
I
but
mean, more
Congress did
than
ask for a
20
higher
people.
number of seats. But Congress did ask for a higher
No, I'm
number of
saying,
seats than what
see,
is given.
No, 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 no. See, every alliance partner will ask for higher number of seats. It is not it's not a Tamil Nadu phenomena. It's not a DMK phenomena. It's a global phenomena. If there's going to be a coalition government, or rather an alliance is fighting an election, every alliance partner will ask for more number of seats, and it is a negotiation that after deliberation, negotiation will be made, and then each of them will be given the seats that can be given. For every alliance partner that we had, was asking for more number of seats. That's common. Even BJP, the
Hmm.
alliance partner, always been asking for more number of seats. Many alliance partner had asked for union ministry, which they didn't get. Some of them left because they didn't get a union ministry. Some of them stayed on with reduced numbers. So that is common. But Rahul
Right.
Gandhi's schedule to visit Tamil Nadu was made at last minute. By then, my chief minister's schedule was already made, and they had to campaign in different parts. Rahul Gandhi was meeting certain parts of Tamil Nadu more. So, and chief minister was needed in certain parts of Tamil Nadu more. Because of that, it made no sense that they both had to campaign together. For example, he was needed in North Tamil Nadu, my chief minister. Rahul Gandhi was needed in South Tamil Nadu. And that's how as partners, you work. You don't put all your energy in one place, you split. And that's exactly what that has happened. And in fact, Rahul Gandhi time and again referred to my chief minister as a brother. The local party functionaries where there is not that the DMK was absent. When he went to Kanyakumari, the local district secretary from South Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari was there. The local ministers were there. So I
Right.
don't think we need to much into it. My chief minister anyway is going to go and speak in Karahasur, and that's where Mallikarjun had come, and then they spoke together. By the
Right.
time Rahul Gandhi could finish his commitments in Kerala, because this normally what happens is that Tamil Nadu elections and Kerala elections are always happening at the same time. This time the elections in Kerala are advanced, and there's very less time to prepare for the Kerala elections and the Assam elections, for which he had to travel and Pondicherry. Then after that he had to focus on West Bengal. So only after that he could give a schedule. So this is how the elections are conducted is also very different this time. Normally Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Assam, Pondicherry is happening at the same time, and also it's not elections are announced on the 15th and the elections were conducted on the 9th, so the time frame for those states were very minimal,
No,
and then he
those
had to focus.
explanations are good, Dhanitaran, to take it at the face value, but there are lots of nitty-gritties which work around. There is a perception which goes out when, the leaders who are in alliance, and if they are not campaigning in it together, there are lots of questions asked. But let me go to West Bengal now, because I will come back to you, Dhanitaran, on questions as to why you are feeling so optimistic that DMK will come back to power. What is going to be the impact of the women's reservation bill or the constitution amendment bill falling flat? What kind of an impact are we going to see in Tamil Nadu? For that, I'll come to you for the second round of questions. But let me come to Charles Nandi this time. Charles, coming to West Bengal. Now, we saw Prime Minister Modi having, playing out the optics of a Jhalmuri moment. Now, today, Amit Shah has promised a Gorkha land, that as soon as BJP comes back to power, we will promise the Gorkha land. And but are you, if I may ask you very honestly, are you 100% confident that this time BJP will come to power or will form the government in West Bengal, and you're all out to dethrone Mamta Banerjee? And what makes you so
See,
confident?
see, first thing you have to understand one thing that 2026 West Bengal Assembly elections are going to be the death knell of Mamta Banerjee and her government. Please remember one thing that Mamta Banerjee is fighting her last election as Chief Minister of West Bengal. And Mamta Banerjee is cocooned. She is unnerved. 2 days back, while addressing a rally, she specifically said that don't vote Trinamool Congress, that their symbol. That's what she is unnerved. And her days are numbered. She is there only for 320 hours. Our 4th May's election results, that after 320 hours, she is going to be the former chief minister. And Prime Minister Modi, while addressing a rally from Brigade Parade Ground, historic rally, he also specifically said that countdown has started. It's a only matter of time. Mamta Banerjee is deleted from the minds of West Bengal.
one criticism for West Bengal is that still the SIR process is not complete. But even then, we are having polls in West Bengal. Coming to Shubhankar now, Shubhankar, it's a last election of Mamta Banerjee. That's what BJP is saying.
See, I just, doubly checked that whether I'm sitting on a debate or whether I'm in a kind of public address or something, because I heard the same narratives, rhetorics, as it actually, we hear it among the addresses which the publicly is happening right at the moment, which Amit Shah and Narendra Modi ji is taking everywhere. So we don't need a separate BJP spokesperson to actually, to echo the same thing. I think, uh, on the contrary, I think the BJP is actually not fighting to win the election. Their greater win is to have Mamta Banerjee in control. Well, I'll come to that part as well. But when you say that the optics of having Jhalmuri, it was, the way it has been orchestrated, it is just like that either Mamta Banerjee or the other, the senior leaders of every political party, they might not even heard about a substance called Jhalmuri. What is Jhalmuri? Where did it come from? So, Prime Minister had Jhalmuri, such a historical event. Prime Minister had Jhalmuri from a shop, from a roadside shop. It's good enough. I'm very thankful to the Prime Minister that he didn't go for toilet, because I think if you had to use a public toilet, that could have been the another optic, the big optic. Oh, see, he's using the public toilet. Oh, Pradhan Mantri ji going to the public toilet. And half an hour shows would have, all the mainframe media, the national medias have, jumped into action. Arey, see, and I hope I actually can't even imagine that optic even. So good enough. Pradhan Mantri ji saved us from that. So
But
I'm very happy, very
Shubhankar, to be
thankful. Now,
no, no,
coming back
to
to
give the credit to BJP, would you not admit that a cutthroat competition has been seen between Trinamool Congress and BJP, and the way they have, tried to reach out to several pockets in West Bengal? Even TMC wouldn't have thought that BJP is going to fight a campaign like this. It's almost like BJP is almost about to dethrone Mamta Banerjee or the Trinamool Congress.
Niluji, I completely agree. If you just compare it with the optics only, or with the narratives, or with the propaganda, this thing, of course, you can say that. See, the BJP is the most cash richest party in the world, not in India, but in the entire world. How did it happen? How did that science happen? We are not getting deep into that. But the thing is, the kind of election budget you have, the kind of expenditure that you are doing over there, of course, that makes it seen on the screen like that only. But is it happening off the screen as well? The same thing we have seen in 2021, the same thing we have seen in 2024. How many advertisements, how many propagandas, this thing, operations have you seen from the opposition side? uh, Leave apart the TMC, it's a regional party over there. But even if you compare it with Congress, or if you compare it with the big parties, even in UP, how many, say, advertisements or propaganda, such thing you see on the mainframe media? Now the thing is, does that connect to the people as well? Because going with that, that means it could have been then the result of UP could have been very different. The result of 2024 elections could have been very different, because it was being shown like that. I remember, I sat in two of the most viewed channels in the mainframe media, and they had already declared that BJP is winning over 26 seats in West Bengal in back in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. That also we did happen. So right at the moment, if we go by the optics, the BJP should have, by now, they should have already declared who the CM is going to be. But the funny part is that they have not even named them. They're so confident about it. But let me come to the fact. The fact is that they are not planning to win the election. The biggest victory is to get hold of Mamta Banerjee and to tame her. That is the major aim of BJP. So let me tell you, let me enlighten you about this, that they are not fighting this election to actually win the state. No, not at all. Because that is not the kind of groundwork that you are actually seeing. They just want that if Mamata Banerjee comes down by say 10 or 20 seats, and they get an opportunity to come in and to rope in Mamata Banerjee, and so they can also command it as in center as well. They will have a better hold in Raj Sabha. They will have a better hold in Lok Sabha as well. So that is the kind of benefit they are actually trying to gain from. Now,
No, but are you
see, this
saying,
is what I
that,
took that liberty
no,
to speak
no,
over here. No,
but Shubhankar, what you're saying, you are saying that the idea of BJP is not to win elections, but in a way you're saying directly or indirectly that they want to capture Mamata Banerjee. Is that what you're saying?
Actually, see,
Okay.
Niluji,
Just get,
it's not the
no,
mainframe. It's not,
no, no.
it's not the
Listen,
main.
you made a serious charge, Shubhankar. Let me get in Charles Nandi here, and then I'll again shift to Tamil Nadu. Yes, Charles, what do you have to say?
My Trinamool friend does not understand politics at all. See, since you talked about Jhalmuri, I want to point out that regarding Jhalmuri, Mamata Banerjee tried to divert the attention from the main issues. She suddenly picked up the issue of Jhalmuri. Why PM Modi ji went to Jhalmuri shop and had Jhalmuri? That's absolutely, non-issue here in Bengal. Main issue is that there is no industrial growth in the past 11 years, 12 years, 15 years of during Mamata Banerjee's tenure. Nearly 7,000 industry houses left West Bengal. There are, according to CMIE, Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, there is a rise of nearly 217% unemployment. There is another issue, nearly 80 lakhs Bengali boys and girls, they left Bengal and went to other states like Tamil Nadu, Bengaluru, and other places for their job. During 70s or 60s, our state used to see that Amitabh Bachchan used to come to Kolkata for his job. Now we are seeing just opposite, that 80 lakhs people, Bengali girls and boys, they are leaving the state and going for job to other states. So that is the issue of West Bengal. That's why Bengal decided to ensure that Mamata Banerjee is former chief minister.
Okay, Shubhankar, you want to respond to it, and then I'll go to Dharnidhar and then. Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Nilu. Niluji, see, this is actually, I take these liberties over here in your channel because I guess we are quite away from that mainframe, the same gaga, the paid gaga that is going on over there. So let me come out of it and let us talk about some fact. So thanks for the personal comment that I don't understand politics as much as the BJP spokesperson does. I completely agree to it. Completely agree. But if you understand the politics so well, then you should have addressed the problems of the people in West Bengal, and you should have not kept 2 lakh crores of West Bengal on hold. That is one
That
thing.
is why I'm saying that we are concerned about.
Did I interrupt?
That is why I'm saying.
Why you were spitting
That is why I'm saying there is a huge rise of unemployment in
I
Bengal.
remained silent. I kept mum.
And there is coal smuggling. There is unemployment.
I was patient enough to hear. This is
Charles,
not the kind of.
let's not convert this into a TV debate, please. Everybody will have their say. Okay, Charles, now allow Shubhankar to speak. Yes, Shubhankar, go ahead, please.
Can I? Okay. Thank you, Niluji. I think they get confused whether exactly they are sitting on. So much habituated. So now the thing is that you can go on and on with when you say that, see, industrial development and all. But the question is, how much did you deliver? The thing in itself, the double engine ki sarkar in itself, I always say that it is the biggest kind of blackmail which you openly do. You say that if we are in the center and we are in the state, then only we'll allow the state to grow. Why can't you make the every state your double engine ki sarkar? Why don't you consider that is the state? You cannot play like if opposition is over there, the state doesn't become your opposition. This thing. So why do you tend to make them your opposition party if it is being controlled by them? What gives you so much of right to control that money? You say, there is so much of corruption. So that also doesn't allow you to stop anybody's development fund. You can't do that. but you did it. Actually, you played around with every part of constitution that was available to you, that is available to you in your power to remain in power, and you want a Ek Chhatra Raj, right? You want to bring entire India under one umbrella. That is the kind of target you're running with. And let us say, once, earlier we used to have cricket match between India and Pakistan, and it was very usual, thing to hear that you just give us your two empires of Pakistan and we'll see that Pakistan never wins any other match. So same thing happens over here. You give us your CEC, you give up your central agencies, and then I challenge you, cannot even dare to fight an election properly. You need every such agency standing with you, along with your gimmicks, along with your conspiracies, everything. So if there is so much of anti-incumbency and you are so confident about it, then dear Mr. BJP spokesperson, you wouldn't need any kind of political gimmick, political sync of your agencies, misuse of agencies. You won't need that. You won't need 27 lakh people hanging
Right.
in balance. So you won't need any of these things. You shouldn't have practiced it. You have
Shubhankar, are
practiced
you not
everything to bring
worried?
it, bring the democracy down.
Shubhankar,
This is the
Shubhankar,
last
I have a
democratic
question.
election that is going to happen.
Shubhankar, I have a question for you. That are you not
Yeah.
worried? So many voters' names deleted, and specifically those names which might have been Trinamool supporters. So, in that kind of a scenario, are you not worried that TMC will lose a large chunk of voters?
Neeluji might have been. Those are certainly were. I should say certainly were, because now, see, we are now currently standing in a framework where the entire ecosystem has been built to arrange for a particular preset victory.
Are you
So that is
admitting
what
to
is
the
happening.
fact? Are
But
you admitting to the fact, or are you pointing out at the fact that the election has already been managed? If so many voters,
the
lakhs and
election,
lakhs of voters' names have been cut, have been deleted, and you are saying that they are Trinamool supporters whose names have been cut, so which means that the result is almost there, visible for everyone to see.
see, when you're feeling, when you're feeling sick, you don't need actually a doctor to tell you that you're actually sick. Your system in itself, it tells you that you're sick, you're not doing well. And that is what is happening with the democracy in India as well. The system has gone sick, no doubt. But if you say that is going to pave a easy path for the BJP to win, no, that is not going to happen, and even they know it. Because such is the the big charisma of Mamata Banerjee over there. And that is the thing. You are actually fighting a war with every nicks and nooks that you have in hand, with every thing that could aid you. You are misusing your power and everything. But the thing is, are we as a common citizen, do we love to see an election like this? Is it an election? Is it a festival of democracy that we used to see earlier? No. I have heard even Ganesh Kumar saying that how much they have, he had quoted it himself, how much the previous election commissions and even his own election commission has gone far to even ensure the one voter right that shouldn't, go wasted. But what
No,
about the 27 lakhs in West Bengal? They don't even
right.
care for it. And they say, अरे बाद में हो जाएगा, अगले election में देखा जाएगा. What kind of it was very unfortunate if this is the kind of comment which
Right.
came from the Supreme Court even.
Right. Okay. So you're saying that there's a clear lack of level playing field. The system has
Sure.
been unfair to Trinamool Congress, is what the Trinamool
Of
Congress
course, of
person
course,
is saying.
of
Now
course,
let me come
yes.
to Dharni Dharan. Dharni Dharan, coming to Tamil Nadu again. Now, what makes you so confident that DMK will form the government again? What about AIADMK? What about BJP? Trying to expand its footprints in their own way. How Prime Minister Modi campaigned in Tamil Nadu, how he's trying to reach out to the voters, trying to culturally identify with the people. What would you say to that? I mean, are you saying that DMK is so powerful, it is so confident that the other parties really have a negligible presence?
Firstly and foremost, since 1967, no national party has been able to form government in Tamil Nadu. And what is also pertinent to note is that this present union government has done all anti-federal activities. And in Tamil Nadu, we we do not like any union government that has centralizing tendencies. But all that this government does is to centralize power, which makes it to me profoundly clear that BJP has no chance in Tamil Nadu. And again, more importantly, Tamil Nadu is a very secular state. Unlike many other parts of India where you can pit one religion against the other, that doesn't happen in Tamil Nadu. That is by political econ of the state by itself, wherein that all religions have lived harmoniously. I grew up as Hindu, but I used to celebrate Ramzan and Christmas, and we never learned to differentiate between religions. That is still there, even in rural parts of Tamil Nadu. So, BJP's majoritarian politics, right, that will not work in Tamil Nadu. And second, the anti federal activities won't work. Them trying to push Hindi directly or indirectly wouldn't work. And fourthly, because of all this reason, Prime Minister Modi is not the most liked figure in Tamil Nadu. He's absolutely not liked.
But do you
So
see
he
any
has not
impact?
worked.
Do
But
you
I'm
see
coming to
any
AADMK. But I am
No,
coming to AADMK, right?
no,
No, I'm
no,
coming
that is
there.
it.
No, I want to completely answer your question. I'm coming
You
there.
were talking about Prime Minister Modi, which is why I interrupted you. That do you see the impact of this women's reservation bill, the Constitution Amendment Bill, falling apart? Would it have any impact on the voting behavior of the people in Tamil Nadu? Because delimitation was a big issue. It was MK Stalin who burned down the copies of the bill and saying that that kind of a delimitation is not acceptable. He also observed a black day, that the very day when the bill was supposed to be
No, I understood your
passed.
question. I'll answer. First of all, the bill that was introduced is not woman reservation bill. You can have a title of anything you want and maybe present something as a bill. So the bill that was present was not woman reservation bill. That bill was presented on 2023. Nearly 99% of the parliamentarians said yes, including the opposition bench. But and in Tamil Nadu, 50% of the mayoral posts are reserved for women. In 1989, DMK was the first party to reserve 30% of the government jobs for women, and that was increased to 40%. So that is not the question here. If we had the power and the mandate, in fact, we would have already implemented the scheme. Our point is this bill had a lot of lacuna. If you want me to get into it, I will get into it. Firstly and foremost, a decision on delimitation cannot be done in such a haphazard manner whereby you send a bill 2 days back, have deliberation for 2 days, and then you concluding. And second, this bill had tendencies for had possibilities for gerrymandering, because normally only after census the delimitation commission would meet and will delimitation commission would meet, and then they will redraw the boundaries of constituencies and assign which is reserved, which is not reserved, which happens only after decadal census. This bill says at any point of time, at will of the commission, the boundaries can be altered. That means after every election, possibly, whichever seats the BJP has lost, or maybe let's say certain booths in the neighboring constituency they're strong, certain seats in the neighboring
Also, the
constituency they're
falling
weak,
apart of
then
the
you can club
delimitation
together.
bill
Yes,
is
exactly.
nothing
So
more.
there's gerrymandering. So possibilities for those things were there. So you clubbed all those things in the name of women reservation bill, and because we do not accept all this gerrymandering activities, you are saying we are anti-women, which people of Tamil Nadu are smart enough to understand, because my chief minister always puts women at the forefront. So
No,
this
so
so
are
the
you
women.
saying that the falling apart of the delimitation bill will end up into DMK advantage? DMK stands to gain from that, and whereas the other
Exactly.
parties, whether it is
Delimitation.
BJP or AIDMK,
Any such activities which has been explained to the people by my chief minister, my party spokespersons, and other senior leaders, is that this was delimitation bill, and delimitation what they propose goes against the interest of Tamil Nadu, because bill did not even contain the fact that it's going to be proportional increase of seats for all the states. It did not. So what the fight for delimitation did not start today. We started that fight 16 months back. DMK started it. We had all like-minded party meeting in Chennai. Most opposition political parties participated in the delimitation conference, wherein we said the 25-year free should be extended. Indira Gandhi did it, Vajpayee did it, and this is the only government that is not doing. All that we are saying is put a freeze on delimitation first, right? 25-year freeze, then bring about women reservation bill. Everyone will accept. Today, the Prime Minister wants to delimitation, he can do it immediately. First, freeze for delimitation, and second, bring 181 seats have to be reserved. So this bill, why do you have to increase the seat? They're saying to make sure the present MP, male MPs, do not lose their job. So this bill, I am saying, is male MPs job preservation scheme, right? So if 181 MPs are introduced, probably about 130, 140 male MPs are going to lose their job. And that is the only reason they're saying they want to increase to 850. So why are you concerned about men if it's about women reservation? If it's about women
Right.
reservation, just bring about 33%. Some men have to lose their job, fine. I think
Yeah.
we are living
No,
in a
but if I
different
may
world
ask
where
you,
women work and men stay at home. We are okay,
right.
right?
But if I may ask you before I go to West Bengal again, the Dhanidharan, what was the biggest issue throughout the campaign period for Tamil Nadu? Because Prime Minister Modi was also talking about, you remember his address to the nation where he spoke about that how India bloc had come together to stall the bill. They also said that these dynasty parties, and he categorically named DMK, Trinamool, and Congress, Samajwadi Party, and he said that these are all dynasty parties. They are scared that women from outside will become part of politics. All that. So, did that rhetoric work? The BJP's rhetoric, did that work in favor for the BJP? Did it
See,
have any
this
kind of resonance in Tamil Nadu?
no, I'm saying this kind of rhetoric is not new. It's a rhetoric 2019. BJP lost badly. I think difference for each seat was nearly 3 lakhs. 2021, same rhetoric. We won by a huge margin. 2024, same rhetoric. We nearly managed to win 70%. I mean, sorry, we nearly won all the seats. Not nearly, we won all the seats. Sorry. So we won all the seats in 2024. So the rhetoric has completely not worked. I am saying, what is the problem if one member of the family has significant control over the party, as long as there is internal democracy in the party? BJP, they say it's not a family party, but highest number of dynastic politicians are from BJP. If you look at, I can at least count 10 union ministers. If you go to each state, I can say at least 20% to 25% of the ministers or MLAs are from a political family. But that apart, it, is it from a family? It is not from a family. Is not does not matter, right? If Gandhis control the Congress or do not control, but what matters is that internal democracy. My question is, does BJP have internal democracy? BJP at Vajpayee's time did have internal democracy. Do they have it now? BJP party is controlled only by two people. Is there any consensus decision making in the BJP? Tell me. It's only Modi and Amit Shah decide who will be the chief minister, who will be the head of different, who will be even the president of the BJP, who will be the president of state units, who will get what. So there is no internal democracy. So BJP cannot make the allegation to other parties that the other parties are dynastic parties, because the only accusation against dynastic was that you say that there's no internal democracy. But when BJP itself does not have internal democracy, wherein the BJP president himself, right, no one applied. It was just appointed by Modi and Shah Dio. Why did anyone not apply? Even in the Congress, there was a race. There was Shashi Tharoor and Mallikarjun Kharge. But most important point, you asked me about ADMK. See, ADMK as a party was founded on anti-DMK plank. MGR started it. So it was one man with a charismatic face, and below him to work for him grassroots cadres. After MGR, it became Jayalalitha. She filled in the MGR shoes. Now, Edapadi Palanisamy is not able to fill in the shoes of Jayalalitha and MGR because he was one of the cadres. But in a in a party like ADMK, where there's one at the top and everyone at the bottom are the same, how will they take one person to have leadership? So that is a problem within the ADMK. That is why the party is breaking. We have seen Sasikala leaving. We have seen OPS leaving. We have seen Sengotian leaving, and many other several leaders have left, and many others are disgruntled. They may
All right.
or may not leave. They are not putting in the full effort. And again, both Dravidian parties, DMK and AMK, do not have an identity based on caste. Now
No, but
ADMK has it.
one quick question about TVK, because TVK is having a lot of traction in Tamil Nadu. How much of damage do you think will TVK do to DMK? Because many feel that TVK is the X factor in Tamil Nadu and it might end up damaging DMK big time and also eat into Congress votes.
The TVK is a new party started by a movie star, very similar to what we have seen earlier. Some of them, many of them have failed, very few succeeded. But the point is very simple. There are three parties here. DMK has a strong leader. This leader was elected in 21 by the people, has continuously won four elections, a number of other by elections. which means people have approved of him. His approval rating is the highest. And there is one party wherein the main leader of the party died unfortunate circumstances. After that, a man was appointed in dubious circumstances, not proper internal democracy. Now the ADMK cadres are congregated
But
and appointed.
wouldn't you
No,
agree
no, no.
that the people
It's
of
very
Tamil
important point.
Nadu,
I'm making a very important point. No, I'm making a very important point. So it's not that party cadres came and appointed him. He continuously failed all the elections from 2019, 2021, 2022, 2024, and then the number of other by-elections he has lost. So which means there is a new player coming in. What will happen? It is the ADMK that does not have a natural leader. It is the ADMK that is failing, and continuously the vote share is reducing, which means ADMK vote bank is en masse going to vote for TVK. And DMK, everything has been a constant. The leader has been the constant. Number two leaders have been a constant. Party's ideology has been constant. It is the ADMK that has undergone transformation in ideology, aligning with the BJP, which Jayalalitha said in 2011 that she will never do, or 14 rather. Similarly, the leader has not been accepted by the cadre nor the leaders of ADMK. So it is natural in any organization or any party in the world, if such a situation exists, it is only the weaker party that will lose more of its votes, because everything is a constant in the DMK. Why? What is that you think has changed between 2021 to 26 in the DMK? That
many
what?
feel, and this is my last question to you, Dhanidharan, that many feel that TVK to Tamil Nadu is almost like what Arvind Kejriwal once upon a time was for Delhi. Would you agree with that? And then I'll come for the concluding comments to the guest from West Bengal.
Uh, if you look, Delhi is a very different state altogether. It is a capital city. It's an urban block. It is more like extended Chennai. So you can't extrapolate that model to a state, rather a complete natural state, a big state, because it's not just urban area. It is again rural areas and so on and so forth. That's point one. And point number two, Arvind Kejriwal came on a different plank, a plank on corruption, and at that point of time, because of news media, there was a perception of corruption against the UPA, and again there was anti-incumbency after 10-year rule, and he was able to capitalize on it, but in a very small state like Delhi. I do not see that happening in Tamil Nadu. Vijay as an actor is popular, but why would people want to vote for him? He does not have grassroots. He had not shown sincerity in his work by not meeting PC. People are very smart voters. People are very smart uh, voters than what we give them credit for. So the first thing they will expect is, that, can I trust the leader? Would he come and do the job? Poorer you are, more dependent you are on the government. So which means when he's targeting the poor people have to have trust in him. But he campaigns one day, then doesn't campaign for 10 days, then campaigns for 3 days in a row, then doesn't campaign for 2 weeks. He hasn't shown any consistency. And rather his cadre is also nearly absent. He doesn't have a grassroots cadre. It is only the fans. The fans are 16 to 20 years of age who do not understand life. How will people listen to them and vote for them? It is the cadres who mobilize votes for you. So let's say if they don't get to, Vijay has promised 2,500 rupees a month, hypothetically. If it doesn't deliver it, or let's say more 50% of the people are not getting it, or 70% are not getting it. If individual household is not getting it, who will they go and approach? Let's say
Right.
in DMK government, if someone doesn't get the 1,000 rupees Maglir Unmai Togai, the poorest of the poor can go to the booth level worker, right? Because there is one booth level worker for every 100 people, booth level committee, and BLA 2 for 800 people. So which means they'll either go to BLC or BLA. The BLA will immediately take them to the zonal secretary, and the zonal secretary will try to get it done. So they have someone living in the area on whom they can go and question. So in case
All
of
right.
TV, they're going to ask.
Right. All right. So let me take the concluding comments from our guests from Tamil Nadu. Sorry, from West Bengal. So these factors. I mean, in every election there are factors. Coming to West Bengal, Charles Nandi, I'll come to you, and then so that we can have a final response from Shumankar Bhattacharya. Oh, Charles has disappeared. Okay. Disappeared or disconnected, we do not know. Shubhankar, so what do you feel about this whole election? What would you like to say? You said that the idea is not to win the election, but the idea is to capture West Bengal. But isn't that what any political party would do who is trying to get its roots
No,
strong in any state?
no, that's quite different because capturing, a state is a very different, we come to a very different context when we speak about UP, we talk about Bihar, we talk about Madhya Pradesh or any other states. But in case of West Bengal, the thing that is different over here is that it is not about defeating Mamata Banerjee at all right at the moment. The idea is to get hold of Mamata Banerjee so that they can use the strength, the party strength in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha as well. Because the most, I think, the best of the orators from the opposition, they actually come from the TMC over there in Lok Sabha. The vocal dissent that they have been getting over there, which has been very hard for them to fight in the Lok Sabha. So that also came from TMC. So now the thing is, see what happens in this election is that they are trying to bring down the number of TMC as much as possible so that they can enter into some kind of tie-up and they can get hold of it. That is the current area. That is why they are focusing more into retaining the seats, number one, because that has become quite hard for them retaining the seats because there most of the campaigns, the most of the slogan that is going over there is only in those particular areas like Alipurdwar, like Darjeeling, like so they are trying to cover all these areas. So now the thing is, you are not seeing the same kind of optics in Nandigram or in Malda or in Murshidabad. So these all things either they have left, say Murshidabad for parties like your for Humayun Kabir and for AIMIM. So for them to actually concentrate, either they are having that kind of setup at the back. So if it is not, then what has been the reason that they are not actually focusing to bring to loop them in? Or has the BJP actually considered that the Muslims are not going to vote them for all at all? So that is another point. The third part, which is the very important part of it, is that see, you have set a very dangerous, I should say, an example over here by, this time, this 27 lakh voters who are, kept away from their voting rights. This is going to be a very dangerous precedent for future
All
because
right.
now in democracy, the role of a single important valid vote shall hold no importance, and this shall be even taken in reference at the Supreme Court as well,
All
which
right.
is
All right. Now let me.
always
Yeah.
cite the instance of 2026 elections in near future.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just get a final response from Charles Nandi, but I won't allow the debate to continue because it's a long while. Yes, Charles, go ahead, please.
My Trinamool friend is saying Supreme Court. The Supreme Court Chief Justice recently said there is a complete breakdown of law and order in West Bengal after women judges, those who were engaged for the SIR things, they were confined for more than 14 years, women judges. And one woman judge who was released in midnight, she was crying and saying, "Who, if I am killed by these Trinamool hooligans, who is going to save my child who is 5 year old?" That is what Bengal is. And main issues that TMC is not mentioning is
Hmm.
that crimes against women are on the rise in Bengal.
Hmm.
There is no employment during the past 15 years. Huge unemployment, coal smuggling, then your teachers recruitment scam, then cow smuggling, and etc. Then there is a major issue of law and order, and there is huge mafia raj, Kathmani raj, and etc. These things are going to be reflected during the votes in two phases on 23rd and 29th, and Mamata Banerjee is going to be The former chief minister from 4th of May on the day of results.
All right. All right, so we'll have to wait and watch. West Bengal looks very, very interesting. Both are claiming that they will form the government anyhow, but there are a lot of discrepancies also which have been cited. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, let's see what happens there. Does DMK come back to power? We'll have to wait and watch. The polling is on 23rd for the first phase in West Bengal. And of course, Tamil Nadu closes down the elections on 23rd. Thank you so much, all of you.
I'll send you laddus on 4th of May.
Okay, so let's wait whether BJP is going to send me laddus or not. Thank you so much, Charles Nandi, Shubhankar, Dhanidharan. Thank you very much for joining.